God, if you can't find any grape jelly, just go to Publix, get a bag of grapes, cotton candy grapes, put them on the sandwich, spread it with peanut butter. If it's too thick, Jesus, give me that, I can't even think about it, but it's at the register, and it has the little bitty crackers that go to it, the little sticks, like what you dip the cheese in, but you dip it in that. Okay, I think it's called, Nutella or whatever, God. You know what I'm asking for. You made it. When I get home, I want to go next door and ask my neighbors if I can milk their cow. I like to drink it right from the city milk. God. What's up, good people? It's your girl Keish. I ain't never done no challenge. I'm not a mukbanger. I call mine baby bongs. But anyway, I've been challenged by my bro and my sis, Trey and Neenee. And it's Mukbang, your first job challenge. That's what it is. I'm still watching them too. So I said, let me go ahead and do this real quick. Because y'all know I be like, I fell asleep. Anyway. So, what I'm eating with you guys tonight, just my little grapefruit. And I got some good old H2O. That's so good. This is my little snack tonight before I go to bed. Yeah, I know. I'm glad y'all caught me. Because she was just about to go to bed. But anyway, again, this is a challenge by Trey and Neenee. I love y'all so much. And I'm going to do this for y'all because I love you. But anyway, my first job experience was the Crystals. I worked at the Crystals on Broad Street for 7 years. So I started working there my freshman year at Howard. And it was all right. When I first started, they put me on front cash. The only thing I hated about that is that you had to clean the dining room and the bathrooms. And they were gross. Like, it's just some nasty people in the world. Yeah, some nasty people in the world. But pay was decent. I ended up climbing up the little ladder. I ended up becoming a shift manager. So me and another young lady, you know, we rotate out. Sometimes I would be second shift. Sometimes I'd be third shift. We just rotate them out. You know, I may be the supervisor on second or third. But anyway, I have 2 experiences I want to tell y'all about. So after maybe a year or so, they moved me to drive-through. So I was working drive-through. I was right at like 7.5, 8 months pregnant with my oldest daughter. And this lady come through the drive-through. It's lunchtime. I mean, we busy. We busy in the front, we busy in the back, we busy. So after I gave her order, I didn't hear what she said. So I turned back around to do what I was going to do for the next order. I think I was bagging. And then she said, you spit in my kid's drink. Y'all know what I'm going to say. And I was like, what? You know, it kind of just caught me off guard. I said, ma'am, I would never do that. You know, I'm finna have a child. And before I can even get all of it out, she took her drink that was full with ice and soda in it, and she threw it and she hit me in my stomach. Oh, okay. That's when I was off my rocker too. I didn't care. Honey, I reached out there one day, I grabbed her by her hair, and she got beat down. She was out there talking crazy and stuff. I took my little butt right on out the front, went into the dining room. I said, come on in here. Come on in here. So she was saying, I'm suing, you're going to be fired and all this stuff. Didn't realize that my general manager was there, and she was in the back counting and also looking at the camera. So she was like, ma'am, if anybody gonna get sued, it's you, because you come in here and you assaulted her. You threw a drink at her and then hit her in her stomach. I was so pissed off, y'all. So she was like, ma'am, I don't think you want to do that, because everybody, I saw it on camera, and the other people back here that was fixing the burgers and fries and all that, they saw it. So after that happened, maybe like an hour later, I started spotting. I started bleeding. And I had to go to the emergency room because I was starting to go into preterm labor with her. So they ended up keeping me in the house, but I think it was like maybe 2 days or so just to watch me and make sure there wasn't anything wrong with her. So that's the first experience I had. Then the second experience I had, again, like I said, me and this other young lady, we had moved to night shift. We was the third shift supervisors. And this particular night, we had a good night. It was kind of slow, you know. We was getting ready for shift change. So it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had a guy that was working front cash, and me and the other supervisor, we was working in the back. And I think we had somebody cooking on the grill too. I think I don't recall altogether. But anyway, 5 a.m., an hour before day shift is supposed to come in, and I'm back there, I'm counting the drop, doing what I need to do, whatever, and I felt somebody in the back of me, and it was like, BLTCH, you think this a game? You think this an MF game? And I was like, boy, you so stupid. I thought it was literally the guy up in the front, at the front register. And then when I turned around and I realized, nah, we're getting robbed. So he took me to the back. Well, as I was coming up, going around the corner to the back, the guy in the front said something that was on the front register, and they pistol whooped him with the gun, broke his nose, and he took me and the other young lady to the back. So while we were sitting there, excuse me, y'all. Oh shoot! While we were sitting there, he was like, I just didn't care. I was, honey, that's why I said I know God done had his hands on me, because I used to do some stupid stuff. So dude, he was just telling me, he was like, open this MF safe. I said, you so stupid. We ain't got the number to that. That's a combination, and only the general manager got the number to that safe to open. So he was like, what you say? BITCH. He pulled that Glock back. When I tell you, I know that was nobody but God, because he's finna shoot me. He had a Uzi, and my whole head would be took clean up off my neck. So his friend hollered time because somebody pulled up. I didn't tell you, it was 4 of them in there with us. It was the guy that came to the back to get me, the guy that was with the other manager, and then the guy that pistol whooped the guy that was on the front register. I'll never forget. I don't want to say their names, because I know it's just, she took it really, really hard. And I think maybe a few weeks after he quit. So they ended up moving me to day shift. And I was like, okay, I'm good with day shift. So I worked day shift for maybe a couple months, and it was like, well, Keisha, we're gonna need you back all night. I was like, oh no, y'all ain't gonna need me back nowhere, because that happened. I'm good. So I ended up resigning and ended up leaving. But yeah, that guy, he pulled that Uzi back, and he was like, what you say? And his friend all the time, because lights started shining in the building. He knew somebody was getting ready to come in. So the guy, the drive-away guy, he was across the street at Bojangles waiting on them. But he never, ever said who they were. So he took the rap for all of them. But to this day, I was just talking to my brother about this, and I said, I feel like it was somebody that knew me. They know I worked there. They just watched me move. And I've always had this feeling in my gut that it was somebody I knew too. Somebody that did it. I figured it was somebody I knew, because I grew up in the projects, Boone Heights, and it used to be a lot of old heads, drug dealers and stuff like that would try to talk to me, you know, but I wouldn't do that. So, but it was just one guy in the neighborhood. He used to just watch me all the time, be like, this, ooh, you just let me take you out, let me do. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. So deep down in my spirit, I felt like it was him. I don't know for sure, but that's just my gut. I've always felt like it was him. And whoever else he had, whatever, because he used to be a guy that tried to talk to me and stuff. But those are my 2 experiences, the main ones that I can think about. I will never, ever forget that woman hit me in my stomach, and I was pregnant with my daughter, and she got her butt beat down. And then the other one, like I said, was when we got robbed. I will never forget that. Staring down the barrel of a Uzi, that never goes away. But I know that was God talking to me. I know it was him talking to me, because I was something else, honey. I'd be in the club all night, and I'd go to church the next morning. Club, church. And God, I just really feel like he was speaking to me, saying, you playing games. You either gonna serve me, or you gonna serve the devil. You either gonna live for me or you gonna burn in hell forever. And I just knew that it was him, because I had just been doing stuff. You know, I was running from him, like, now God, I ain't got time for that right now. I ain't got time for that. But I really do believe that that was him. I really do. I'm just say deep in my spirit, I know it was God that was speaking to me that day. Because like I said, I was doing some crazy stuff at that age. I was 21. But by that time, yeah, so about 20, because I had my daughter at 21. Yeah, but yeah, it was something else. I will never forget that. But I really do. I enjoy working there. I enjoyed, you know, just I knew right then, you know, okay, I'm gonna be here a while when I started. But those are my two experiences that I really I talk about to this day. I remember like it was yesterday. And I remember, you know, after they told me, well, Keisha, we're gonna need you back on day shift. I was like, oh honey, no, because I went back to work early for one thing. My daughter wasn't maybe about 2 or 3 weeks old, and I went back to work. So that was the first mistake I made. But I was just like, you know, I gotta work. I gotta get this money for my baby. You know, it's just me and her. But yeah. So Trey and Neenee, that is my story of my first job, and how God saved my soul too. Because I knew I was 21 when I accepted the Lord as my personal Savior, and I ended up just living in my truth, and that was to serve my daddy from that day forth. So I love you guys. Thank you for challenging me. I ain't got nothing but some grapefruit and some water for my little night sleep. So I love y'all. And I pray you have a wonderful and a blessed night. Until the next time, boo. It's your girl Keisha.